Welcome, fellow bookworms, to Tibra's Den. My name is Whitney, and today we have the first video for my 31 days of Halloween. I don't normally do videos like this, but this month I put 38 books on my TBR. I just went completely off the rails and I wanted to read everything. And so I thought it would be kind of fun to take you guys along with me each day and just kind of show you kind of my what I'm planning to read each day, and then also show you what I accomplish each day, because I'm definitely going to have to be a little bit strategic in order to read all these books this month, or even get close to reading most of them. So I just thought it'd be fun to kind of take you guys along with me. And so today I'm going to start with the audiobook that I have on my TBR. I'm not a big audiobook person, but I decided to do the bingo board for A Star Reads, and one of the prompts that I was hoping to get a bingo on was dystopian or apocalyptic, and I don't really have books like that. They're not my favorite type of books, so I found an audiobook because I still have Audible, not Audible. Can't talk this morning, it's too early. I still have Audible, and so I found this book called Impact Winter by Travis Beacham, and I'm going to be listening to that. It's only 5 hours. I won't finish it today. I'll just get it started and I'll keep listening to it as I do chores and such throughout the next couple weeks. But I do have some chores I need to get done this morning. So I'll start with that one. And it's, as far as I know, it's only an audiobook, and I believe it's Audible exclusive. But there is a comic book that is based in the same world, but it takes a place a year after um, when the comet hits, and this one takes place 7 years after when the comet hits. So I'm really excited for it. It sounds really, really interesting, and reading some of the reviews, it sounds a little like spooky, and maybe there'll be like some jump scares, and really, really immersive. So I'm really excited for it. I'm going to start off the day with that. And then I do have a spillover from September because I was not able to finish it yesterday, and that's The Master and Margarita. And I got about halfway to the halfway point. I didn't feel very good yesterday. I had a really bad headache. And so for most of the day, I didn't make much progress. And then, of course, at night is when I do my best reading. And I read a good chunk of it then. But just based on the pacing and such, I think this will take me most of the day, but I do think I'll be able to get it read as long as I still keep feeling good and everything like that. So I'm going to finish this up, and it actually works really, really well for October too. It won't count for my page count or anything like that because I included it in my September wrap up because I knew I was going to get a good chunk of it read. And if I didn't finish it, I knew it would be like within the first couple days of October. So this one counted for September, but I'm really, really excited to finish it up. So that's going to be the main goal today, is to finish this. And then I'm hoping to finish that and have the evening to move on to the next book. And I want to pick up Death Note, the Black Edition, Volume 1, which has Volumes 1 and 2. This is by Tsugumi, Ohba, and Takeshi Obata. And this is a manga, so it should be fairly quick to read. This is actually going to be my first manga, so it might take me a minute to kind of get into it. But I was so looking forward to this, and I just didn't have time to read it in September. And so I definitely want to start off the month with this because if I really enjoy it, I'm definitely going to have my husband pick up volume 2 for sure. So that's the goal if I do make good time on Master and Margarita. And then my other goal today is to at least get the tabs in Dunkton Wood by William Horwood. This is the biggest book I think on my TBR this month. And I do think it's going to take me a little bit to read it. And so I just don't want to sit and read it straight through. I want to break it down and read a portion each day. So I'm hoping to get the tabs in. If I have a great day and I get to the other two, I may start this. Otherwise, I'll definitely start this tomorrow. But yeah, that's the what I hope to accomplish on day one. And like I said, I'll come back this evening and let you guys know what I actually accomplished. So it'll be just a second for you, and I'll be right back. All right, so I had planned on doing this update yesterday evening, but the night kind of got away from us, and we were watching the Great British Baking Show and then the new episode of The Rings of Power. They both come out Friday, but on Friday we of course watched Hocus Pocus, so we were watching those, and it just kind of got a little late. I also watched Double Double Toil and Trouble with Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen when they were tiny babes, because I obviously grew up with them, and that's one that I really enjoy. It has Cloris Leachman, and it's just fun. So I watched that last night as well. And so yeah, that was the spooky Halloween type movie I watched. I'm gonna try to watch something each day, and then for bed I also watched Halloween Wars a little bit, as I was reading and getting ready for bed. So as far as my reads go, though, I did not get a whole lot done. So this, what I'm planning on doing today, is pretty similar to what I had planned on yesterday. Just because I didn't tell you guys this, but I didn't go to sleep till like 1 a.m. and I woke up at 4 a.m. and couldn't go back to sleep. So I only had 3 hours sleep. So after filming, I did do some chores and listen to about an hour of Impact Winter, which really enjoying it. The full cast audio is so immersive. I absolutely love it. Definitely going to be checking out more books with full cast audio for sure. And then in the afternoon we did some lunch, baked some sugar cookies, had dinner. This is my breakfast for this morning. It's pumpkin spice. And so that's my breakfast for this morning, but just didn't get a whole lot read as far as the day goes, and I didn't start reading until the evening. And then I tried to knock out as much as I could, which I did knock out a lot of the Master and Margarita. So I was about at the halfway point, and you can see I just have this little bit left here, which also includes some of the notes for some of the stuff. So not all those pages are what I have left to read. So I should be able to actually finish this morning, especially because I actually slept last night, and so I'm not as tired. So this is going to be, again, the main priority to get this finished, which I definitely can today because I'm less than 100 pages at this point. I think I have like 70 pages left. So even though it's a little bit slower pace as far as reading, um, it helps that I'm not so tired today. So going to finish that one up. I forgot to mention yesterday, but my husband and I are still working on The Becoming by Nora Roberts, and we are so close. We read 2 chapters last night, and we just have this little sliver left here. So we're actually going to finish this morning. I think there's a couple more chapters, maybe 3 or 4 left. So we're going to finish this one up this morning as well, and then that will be off. These are both my rollovers from September. So we're going to finish those up. I did get Dunked in Wood tabbed. There's 5 parts to this book, and then each part, of course, is broken down by chapter set. So I broke it down by part, and then I did each part. I broke it down for each day, 40 to 50 pages, depending on what the closest chapter was, because I do not like stopping in the middle of a chapter. So that's kind of how I broke it down. The last little chunk is going to be about 70 pages, just because I didn't really want to just have 20 pages left, and 70 pages is easily doable. So that's tabbed, ready to go. I don't know if I'll start it today or not. If I can, I definitely will, but I want to prioritize finishing those up and then reading the book I had hoped to start yesterday, Death Note. This is the Black Edition Volume 1, so it has Volumes 1 and 2 by Tsugumi, Ohba, and Takeshi Obata. So was really excited to get to this, and then obviously didn't. So after I finish up what I need to, going to dive right into this and then kind of just see where we are for the day. Impact Winter, I probably will not listen to at all today. If I find a time where I'm not reading and I need to do something else with my hands, I will probably put it on. But other than that, I won't listen to it. But I'm enjoying it so much so far. I can't wait to dive into that one again. So, but that's the plan for today. I don't know if I'll get on this evening. I might just do a combination, excuse me, a combination of what I'm reading and then the update from the day before in the mornings. We'll just see how it kind of goes. But again, it'll be just a second for you guys. All right, so we are back with day 3, and I'll give you an update on what I read yesterday. I'm probably just going to keep doing once a day in the mornings, giving you an update and then letting you know the plan, just because so far it hasn't worked out for me to come back on in the evenings. We're just ready to go to bed. So I'm going to just stick with this format, but yesterday didn't make as great progress as I wanted. The Master and the Margarita, I really thought I would have a faster pace getting through it. And I did devote a good chunk of time to it, like just focused on it. And it still took me most of the day to get through. So I definitely overestimated my pace on that one. But I did get it finished. So this is, again, The Master and the Margarita by Mikhail Bulkov. This one was such a wild ride. I'm actually going to be filming a video right after this talking about this. So that video will already be out. I'll leave it linked down in the description below. And you can definitely check that out because crazy. This is just, I'm so glad I read this. I never would have if it hadn't been a mystery type thing. I would have never read this at all. So, and I'm glad I did. Like it was something. So definitely go check out that video again. It'll be linked down below. But got that finished. My husband and I also first thing did finish Nora Roberts' The Becoming. So this book is finally done. Those were my 2 spillovers from September, which got counted for September's count, because I read the bulk of them in September. So those 2 are finally done, and I can officially move on with my October TBR. So last night I did finally get to Death Note, Black Edition Volume 1, which has Volumes 1 and 2. This is by Tsugumi Ohba and Takeshi Obata. And so I finally got that read. I don't think mangas are my thing, but I really enjoyed the premise of this for sure. I do plan on picking up the next volume and continuing on with it. I don't think I'm going to be a big manga reader, but I do want to kind of see what happens with this. I actually, for my Halloween movie / show yesterday, I saw Netflix did Death Note, a movie on it, and I watched it first and thought it was pretty okay. After reading this though, I'm so disappointed in Netflix. They Americanized it a lot, like the characters and the location and everything. And they also made it more like teen inks, like romance drama type. And so I don't think they honored the this at all, which was really, really disappointing. Um, but you know what can you do? But I did enjoy this overall. So there's that. And then I also listened to about another, excuse me, I got lots of froggies in my throat this morning. But I did listen to like another hour of Impact Winter. um I did that. My husband shaved my hair because it tickles my ears and drives me insane, so I listened to it while he was doing that, and then got a shower and was listening to it. So got about another hour, listened to and finished off the chapter, or the episode. They have it as episodes. I was listening to um in bed a little bit. So yeah, that one's still really, really enjoying it so much, and I can't wait to continue on. Don't know, probably actually listen to that a little bit today as well, while I'm on the computer, because I'm going to be working on the Master and the Margarita video, and I have another video I'm working on. So I'll probably listen to that while I'm editing and such. So hopefully I can get another chunk of that listened to today. And then, like I said, I'll be on the computer most of the day. So this evening, once I'm off, I do want to start Dunkton Wood by William Horwood. I did get the tabs in that first day, and so the first set I have marked out is about 50 pages. So I want to start that for sure. And then because I'm not gonna have a lot of time during the day to read, and it's mostly gonna be this evening, I thought I would get some of the shorter books read. So first we have Never Say Boo to a Ghost and Other Haunting Rhymes. This is by John Foster, and Korky Paul. And so this is really short and easy, lots of pictures, and then it just has some rhymes in there. So going to be getting that done. That should be really, like I said, no problem at all. And then Trick or Treat Little Critter by Gina and Mercer Mayer. Gonna be doing that, which is again, it's just a little children's picture book, like 5 minutes on that, if that. So, and then I thought this isn't really aimed for children, but it is another picture book. So I'll be reading Edgar Allan Poe's Tales of Mystery and Madness, illustrated by Gris Grimley. And so I'm really excited to do that. You can see lots of pictures in this one too, so it should be quick. And this is based on the tales The Black Cat, The Masqué of the Red Death, Hot Frog, and The Fall of the House of Usher. So this should be really, really fun as well. So I'm pretty confident I can do those this evening. And then I want to start Dracula by Bram Stoker. I'm really excited to finally read this. I've never read Dracula, and I don't think I've seen any of the movies. And my husband and I are going to be watching one of the movies, just because I'm kind of doing a video idea where I'm going to be comparing books to movies, which is one of the reasons why I watch Death Note too, or a show, depending on what they have. So I'm really excited to finally start this. I debated between this and Dante's Inferno, but I thought Dante's Inferno was going to be a little too much, especially after the Master and the Margarita. So I decided to go with Dracula instead. Still spooky vibes, but a little bit different, for sure. So that is the plan for today. I definitely don't think I will get more than that. And I don't think I'll get much read of Dracula, but I'm hoping to at least start it. And so, yeah, that's it for today. I'll go ahead and hop off now, and you'll see me in just a second for tomorrow's update and what I'm reading tomorrow. So, I'll see you in a moment. All right, we are on day 4. Didn't get as much read yesterday as I wanted to. I kind of knew I wouldn't have a lot of time, but I was hoping to get a little bit more read than I did. I was able to get the first section of Dunkton Wood by William Horwood read. And so I'll read the next section right off the bat this morning. And then I was able to get these 2 little books. This one, Never Say Boo to a Ghost and Other Haunting Rhymes by John Foster and Korky Paul. I was hoping this would be a lot cuter than it was. A lot of the little rhymes didn't make any sense whatsoever. They didn't have a good cadence to them or anything like that. There was only a handful that I thought were good or cute, at least. The rest of them were very disappointing. This was my husband's book, but perfect for the season, so I thought I would give it a try. And I was hoping just cute little spooky rhymes. But yeah, a lot of them were just really disappointing. But I did get it read, so there's that one. And then, of course, this one was super easy. Trick or Treat Little Critter by Gina and Mercer Mayer. And I really enjoyed this. I mean, super simple, super short. But my favorite part of this, he ends up losing a bunch of his candy because his bag rips, and his sister shares with him. Which I remember it said we got home and we doled it out or something like that. Yeah, it says when we got home we dumped all our candy on the floor and divided it up. Jeez Louise. And we used to do that. We would put all our candy and divide it. So, I think anyway, I'm pretty sure we did that. But so yeah, I thought this was really, really cute, and just a good, easy read. Perfect for young kids for sure. So I got those 2 read. And then this one I didn't get read last night, but I did read it this morning, and I finished it this morning. Um, and so yeah, I've I'll talk about my thoughts on this one in a different video, but I did get it read just this morning instead of last night. And so that means I did not get to Dracula at all. We did watch Dracula Untold because that's the movie my husband wanted to watch. And I think tonight we're going to try to watch Dra- uh, Bram Stoker's Dracula. I can't talk this morning. I think we're going to try to watch that one because obviously that will be more or close. It'll be closer to the story. I really can't talk at all. So I do want to watch that movie version of Dracula. Even though I really enjoyed Dracula Untold, it just, you know, obviously not close to the story. And he also had Dracula 2000, so we might actually watch that at some point as well. So this is the bulk. Like I said, I'm gonna read the first or the next section of Duncton Wood, and then I'll be spending the bulk of the day on this. I'm going to try to get this all read today. If I need a break, I might switch over to um, a different book just so I'm still reading but taking a break from this. But this is my main priority today. I also have some chores to do, and I got Daughter of No Worlds by Carissa Broadbent um, on Audible. I came across this book because Samantha at Green Eggs and Sam, the channel will be linked down below, of course. She's been talking about this book in her last couple videos, and it really caught my interest. She also listened to it on Audible or audio, and that's not her preferred method either, and she really enjoyed it, like a new all-time favorite. And then she recently got the physical copies. I'm not going to be able to get the physical copies, but I thought since I had a credit, I would go ahead and download the audio as well. And so I'm going to be listening to that on days where I have chores or need to do something else. I'll put that on and listen to it. So it's kind of an add-on onto my already crazy TBR, but I'm not going to like worry about finishing it in the month. I probably will. It's like 15 hours or something, so I probably will, if I put it on every time I do chores. But it's not like a main goal. It's just kind of to fill in the space because I had the credit and she's been talking about it so much that I wanted it. So I'm going to do my chores first, listen to that. Then I'll jump into Duncton Wood, which so far I'm really enjoying. And then I'll be diving into Dracula for the rest of the day. So that is the update. I will see you guys again in just a few seconds for you guys and tomorrow for me. All right, we are on day 5, and honestly, yesterday was not a good reading day at all. I had had insomnia the night before really bad, and so I was a little bit cranky, and honestly, I just really wasn't feeling reading anything at all. I did manage to get the next section of Duncton Wood read. This one I'm really actually enjoying this so far. And that last section that I read actually brought tears to my eyes a little bit, which I was not expecting to get emotional reading this book at all. But it is a lot of fun. If you are a fan of Brian Jacquez's like Redwall series, definitely give this one a try. Like I love this so much. So definitely planning on reading the next section today, which each section is between 40 and 50 pages long, depending on where the break in the chapter is. So that's the plan on this one today. I was able to start Dracula, which I was hoping to read at least a big chunk, if not all of it yesterday. But like I said, I just was in a mood and I just really wasn't feeling it. So I got about 50 pages in. It's just shy of 400. And we did watch the Bram Stoker Dracula movie. So that we did watch, which I had never seen that one before. I think all of anything Dracula related that I have watched has been Van Helsing, not Dracula. So we watched Dracula Untold, and then, like I said, Bram Stoker's Dracula last night, and read about 50 pages in this one. And so far, I am enjoying it. It was just kind of my mood. Um, I was just in a mood, but I am enjoying it so far. So we'll continue on and hopefully this time finish this today. I did get sleep last night, so I'm really hoping I can read more of this. And doubtful that I will get to this, but as always, hopeful because now I'm a little bit behind. I would like to read The Island of Dr. Moreau by H.G. Wells, or at least start this today. And I do want to watch the movie of this as well. So, this one I'm not all that excited for, so I kind of just want to get it out of the way. And it's a shorter book as well. So, I think this one is just over 200 pages. So, that's not bad at all. So this is the afterword, which I'll probably end up reading. But the story itself is 206. So this is definitely doable quickly. So that is the plan today. I also did listen to about an hour of Daughter of No Worlds by Carissa Broadbent yesterday. I got about an hour of that listened to. I listened to half an hour while I did some chores, and then I listened to it later on while I was cooking dinner. So that one I did listen to. I'm not sure if I'll listen to it at all today. I don't really have any chores that I want to do today. Today I just kind of want to. I am still a little bit tired, so probably won't listen to that today. I'll probably just be, like I said, Duncan Wood, definitely Dracula, or definitely Dracula rather, and then hopefully the Island of Dr. Moreau. So that's today. I will be back in just another moment for um, tomorrow's update and what I'm reading. All right, we are on to day 6, and there's not much of an update. I don't know why, but Dracula is taking me forever to read. It's not a very big book. Now, granted, the writing is pretty small and it is packed in there, but still, I expected to fly through this because it's not very big. It is about 400 pages, which doesn't look that much, but the pages are really thin, so that's partly why. But still, I'm on day 3 now of reading this, and I should have been done yesterday. So, I did get a good chunk though, because the first day, I just wasn't feeling it at all. I only got about 50 pages. Now I'm just over 208 pages in. And it's just under 3 or 400 rather. So making progress. This is gonna be my number 1 priority today. I've been reading Duncan Wood first. This is the one that I broke down and been reading a section each day. I've been reading this one first. I'm gonna swap that. This is gonna be the last one I pick up today. If I have time, I might skip today. Really loving this one, by the way. Absolutely love this. So anyway, I am going to save this for the bottom of the pile, but I did get the 40 some, almost 50 pages read yesterday, so that was a win. And like I said, I did make a good chunk into Dracula, but I still have a good chunk to go, so that's going to be my number 1 priority today. And then we did watch The Island of Dr. Moreau last night. And so if I have time, if I finally get Dracula finished, I'm going to be picking this one up. This one's just over 200, and the writing is actually normal size. So I feel pretty confident if I finish Dracula, I'll be able to knock this one out this evening. At least have fingers crossed. So nothing too excited to know. I'm not sure what movie or show I want to watch today because I'm gonna say Practical Magic for this weekend. I'm gonna watch the movie and read both books this weekend. And tomorrow, The Midnight Club comes out on Netflix, which I actually have that book. It's part of the teen horror books I'm going to be reading by Christopher Pike. And that's what this show is based on. So I'm really excited to watch it and read the Christopher Pike book because that's one I remember reading multiple times as well. So excited for that. That'll be tomorrow. Not sure what I'm doing today. And then this weekend, Saturday, I'll watch Practical Magic and then read the books. And so, yeah, I'm just plugging along. This is kind of how my reading goes though. Like sometimes I hit these snags and I just kind of get stuck and then I'll fly through for like a week some books. So I'm still pretty confident, especially the teen horror books are going to be so easy to read. But it's just right now I'm on a snag with Dracula. So anyway, that is the update, which isn't much of one, and my plans, which is pretty much the same as they have been. So I will see you guys tomorrow, which is the last day in this section of the 31 days of Halloween. I'm going to be doing a video each week. So tomorrow will be the last little update and give you guys plans for said this week, and then we'll be moving on to the next week. So anyway, I will see you in just a second for tomorrow. All right, we are on day 7, so this is the final little clip for this video, and then of course I will be continuing to update you guys each day, and that will come out next Saturday. But as far as what I got read yesterday, again, not a whole lot. I did finally get through Dracula though. I will say I ended up skimming through the last 100 pages, and that still took me like 2 hours to do. But I just couldn't fully read it. I was not gonna push it on to another day, and I was done with it at that point. So I'm counting it, even though I did skim the last 100 pages, because I read the bulk of it, and it still took me a chunk of time to skim those pages, and I got the information I needed to out of those pages. So I'm done with this finally, but that means I did not get anything else read. We got to bed a little bit later than we normally like to go to bed. I mean, we go to bed and we still stay up a little bit, but we got to bed a little bit later, and so I didn't want to read anymore. I was just done for the night. And so I didn't get anything else read. Today I am hoping to knock out The Island of Dr. Moreau. This one should be easy. I thought Dracula was going to be easy, and it wasn't. But this one's just over 200 pages, and the writing's normal. It's not like Dracula where it was packed in there. So I think I can get this one done. It's about noon right now. I did some chores this morning, got bills paid and everything. And so I just have to get this video edited and uploaded, and then I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon and evening reading. So I should be able to knock out this one. I did not get to Duncanwood at all yesterday, so for this one I'm hoping to read definitely the next section, which will complete part 1 of the book, and um hopefully maybe I can do like the next section as well. So 2 sections today instead of just one. But we'll see how I'm feeling, because I also would like to start my teen thriller books, which I'm going to start with 8 Bates because I only have 2 of these by this author. And so we have The Dead Game and then Mother's Helper. So I'm hoping to start these today because The Midnight Club on Netflix comes out today, and that's based on a book by Christopher Pike, which I have that book. So I want to read 8 Bates, start watching that anyway, and then start reading Christopher Pike and get that one read as well. So that's kind of the plan for today. Like I said, we'll kind of see where the day takes me, because yeah, there's a lot. So but just real quick before I sign off on this video, I'm just gonna run through again. I know you guys just saw all the books I read, but I just want to kind of run through for my own mind and in case you guys want to see it. So to start off the week and the month, we had some spillovers from September. So my husband and I finished The Becoming by Nora Roberts. And then I finished up The Master and Margarita by Mikhail Bulgakov. So those were spillovers from September. And then to start off the month, this one was a rollover from September. Death Note Black Edition Volume 1, which has Volumes 1 and 2 by Tsugumi, Ohba, and Takeshi Obata. And so I got that one read. And then we had some quick, easy children's books. So I read Never Say Boo to a Ghost and Other Haunting Rhymes by John Foster and Korky Paul. And that one was a little disappointing. And I also read Trick or Treat Little Critter by Gina and Mercer. This one was really cute and fun to read. And then I read Edgar Allan Poe's Tales of Mystery and Madness, illustrated by Grimley, which has the Black Cat, the Muskeya, the Red Death, Hop Frog, and the Fall of the House of Usher. And then finally, we read Dracula, and we read 3 sections of Duncan Wood. So that was my reading for this first week. Not quite as good as I wanted it to be, especially with the spillovers from September, and with the amount of books I have on my TBR. And I also listened to Impact Winter. I completed that. And I listened to about an hour of Daughter of No Worlds. And I meant to listen to more this morning while I was doing chores, but I ended up not. Like, I set my phone down and I just got started and forgot all about listening to it. So I didn't listen to more than an hour of that, but I did complete Impact Winter as well. So, and Daughter of No Worlds was an add-on. But that is it for this video. And of course, I have a couple other videos coming out this week. And then I'll see you next week for week 2 of October. Happy reading, everyone. Bye.